Donc bonsoir et bienvenue sur mon live de ce soir. Ce soir au programme, ce sera l'épisode 4 de Back to the Future. Après avoir déjà twitché les trois premiers, bien évidemment, on passe au 4 et au 5. Donc ce soir, ce sera seulement le 4. Le 5, ça sera prochainement, probablement avant la fin de la semaine. Alors, on s'en était arrêté, je crois que c'était la semaine dernière, sur la fin de l'épisode 3, où on est enfermé par Edna, la nouvelle femme de Doc. Et donc, on va reprendre dès l'épisode 4, ce petit jeu, je le rappelle, qui a été développé par Telltale, donc les développeurs entre autres, mais surtout de The Walking Dead, du moins le studio est connu surtout pour ça. C'est l'un des premiers jeux à licence de Telltale. Il a été donc c'est la première fois qu'ils achètent une licence connue. Et ce qui leur a permis ensuite, avec le grand succès de The Walking Dead, de Back to the Future, de développer Jurassic Park et ensuite, bien sûr, Retour au futur. Bien sûr, Walking Dead, pardon. Alors, il faut juste rappeler que, étant donné que c'est un jeu qui date de 2002, si je dis pas de bêtises, enfin c'est l'un de leurs premiers jeux à ce niveau-là, c'est un jeu qui se rapproche beaucoup plus du point and click de l'époque, avec des énigmes un petit peu what the fuck, que les Telltale qu'on connaît aujourd'hui, qui sont plus des histoires interactives. Et on va se relancer tout de suite dans le début. J'attends que l'heure soit bonne, il est 20h30, c'est bon, on est parti. Et ouais, c'est ta voiture, Nico. Je te laisse les indices, hein, ça serait du Walking Dead, je les enlèverais, mais là, pour le coup, c'est un peu plus compliqué. Ah, ça me fait penser que, donc épisode 4, double vision, ça me fait penser que mon
What?
fond d'écran est dégueulasse, je vais arranger ça.
Where am I?
Donc on avait été capturé à
Ah,
la fin de l'épisode 3,
Citizen Plus?
et on se retrouve
Citizen
enfermé
Plus!
dans une cellule Citizen Plus dès le début de l'épisode 4. Je vais juste changer mon fond d'écran parce que c'est dégueulasse. Alors, faut juste que j'arrive à voir mon background, voilà. On le supprime, on ajoute une nouvelle image qu'on appelle fond, parcourir, et on va ajouter background, celle-ci, qu'on va mettre tout en bas, voilà. C'est déjà plus classieux. Excusez-moi pour ce petit détail technique, j'aurais dû le faire avant. Donc nous revoilà dans ce bon vieux Hill Valley de 86 bien modifié, où on est enfermé dans une cellule. Donc je précise bien évidemment que j'ai déjà joué cet épisode pour le préparer, mais je l'ai joué il y a un peu plus d'une semaine, donc forcément mes souvenirs sont assez vagues et dans celui-là les énigmes sont assez tordues. Donc j'espère que je vais m'en souvenir correctement et qu'on va pas chercher pendant des heures. Donc la première chose à faire, c'est utiliser l'interphone de la porte pour entendre la conversation de Edna avec le gardien.
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it. But I fear that nothing short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault?
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin. Ah well, let me know when he's ready. I'll be tending to Citizen Brown.
I gotta get out of here and rescue Doc.
Bah, j'espère que ça va te plaire, Nico, mais évidemment, c'est plus compliqué pour toi étant donné que t'as pas vu les épisodes précédents. Du moins, si t'as des questions, tu n'hésites pas. Si tu veux avoir des informations sur le jeu, tu n'hésites pas. C'est un super jeu, hein. Honnêtement, quand on est fan du film, c'est un jeu génial. Mais bon, forcément, n'ayant pas suivi, je vais essayer de faire au mieux pour te donner les informations qui te manqueraient. Donc là, il faut savoir que voilà, dans les 3 premiers épisodes, on est retourné en 1931 pour sauver Doc, qui avait été accusé à tort d'avoir incendié euh, un bar clandestin. Après diverses péripéties, en la faisant courte, on est revenu en 1986, sauf que dans notre modification de ce qui s'est passé en 1931, en fait, le jeune Doc a rencontré Edna, la nana que tu viens de voir, et est tombé amoureux de cette Edna, et du coup n'a jamais créé la machine à voyager dans le temps. Du coup, comme il a jamais créé la machine à voyager dans le temps, il a créé un Hill Valley, donc la ville de Retour vers le futur, complètement policier, où tout est ultra propre, où on est obligé de s'habiller d'une certaine manière. Et, euh, et du coup, Doc est devenu une espèce de dictateur sous la coupe de sa nouvelle femme. Et on essaie de changer ça. Donc dans l'épisode précédent, on lui a fait comprendre en fait que sa ville, ben, c'était du nawak, que il devait pas, ça devrait pas être comme ça. Et surtout, on lui a fait comprendre qu'il fallait remettre les choses en place. Il a fini par le comprendre, sauf que Edna s'en est rendu compte et l'a fait enfermer lui aussi. Donc là, tu vois, il y a le garde et juste derrière, bah, tu vois quelque chose qui descend du plafond. C'est une espèce de lampadaire et lui-même est en train d'être reconditionné par sa femme. Donc on réutilise l'interphone. Je vais arrêter pour le petit tour
Hello?
d'horizon et on va essayer de parler avec le garde.
What?
Let me out of here.
Sorry, sir, but Citizen Plus patients aren't allowed to exit their waiting rooms until the Citizen Plus treatment chamber has been suitably prepped for their procedure.
Donc le système citoyen plus, en fait, c'est un système de reconditionnement mental où en fait, bah, c'est un peu, enfin, il te donne une montre et une montre qui te contrôle, ce qui fait qu'il t'empêche de faire toutes les conneries. Et donc on vient d'être enrôlé de force.
You can't keep me in here. It's against the law.
When you signed your Citizen Plus treatment agreement, you gave the Citizen Plus ward legal approval to incarcerate you until the completion of your Citizen Plus treatment.
I didn't sign anything.
Of course you did, sir. Citizen Edna handed me the paperwork herself.
Of course she did. I don't suppose you believe me if I told you that Edna forged my signature?
That's a good one, sir.
Ah non, pour le coup, c'est vraiment, comme je le disais au début en introduction, c'est vraiment très très différent de ce que tu peux retrouver dans Walking Dead. On est vachement plus proche de ce que faisaient à l'époque les jeux... merde, comment ça s'appelait c'est le studio de Star Wars. Enfin, ceux qui faisaient les Monkey Island, on est vachement plus proche de ça, hein. Alors, les choix que tu fais ont très peu d'influence sur l'histoire. Par contre, le jeu est vachement plus basé sur des énigmes et l'utilisation des objets que tu récupères, etc., etc. Les dialogues, par exemple, contrairement à The Walking Dead, ils sont pas timés tout simplement parce que la plupart du temps, tu les fais tous. Le tout est de trouver la bonne option de dialogue qui te permet de continuer. Ouais, c'est ça, c'est dans le style de Runaway, hein.
Why is all my stuff locked in a cage?
In order to ensure that Citizen Plus patients don't injure themselves, their belongings are placed in a locked box until the completion of their Citizen Plus treatment.
Injure themselves?
It's a very intensive process. Some people can't handle it.
Donc là, l'idée, en fait, c'est de faire rentrer le garde à l'intérieur de la cellule pour qu'il nous ouvre le casier.
Can I take a look at my stuff for a second?
Why?
I want to make sure my guitar neck isn't getting bent.
What?
Come on, man. My parents spent a fortune on that thing.
Fine. Back away from the door, sir. There. How's the guitar?
I guess it's okay.
Good.
C'est LucasArts, le nom des studios dont j'avais oublié le nom. Donc c'est vraiment plus dans quelque chose qui ressemble vachement plus à ce que faisait LucasArts à l'époque, dans les Days of the Tentacle, dans les Monkey Island, etc., etc. Donc là, l'idée, en fait, c'est d'arriver à récupérer ce qu'il y a dans le casier, sauf que, bien évidemment, il est
I'll
loqué.
never get that combination on my own.
Mais comme on a fait un petit tour déjà de la pièce, en allant par là, on va se rendre compte qu'en haut, il y a les caméras, et qui dit caméra, comme vous l'avez vu dans l'épisode précédent, dit qu'il y a papa derrière les caméras, donc
Martin?
Ah,
voilà.
Dad, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Where are you?
Back in the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
Not that I'm not happy that you're here, but why are you here?
I'm looking for your mother.
Mom?
After you left, she and I had a big old fight, and, well, she went and signed herself up for a full battery of Citizen Plus treatments.
Didn't you tell her about Biff?
I tried. You know your mother. Once she puts her mind to something, she's a regular force of nature.
I figure that if I can just find her, maybe I can talk her out of this foolishness.
Au niveau du mixage son, qu'est-ce que ça donne par rapport à ma voix et le son du jeu? Est-ce qu'il faut que j'augmente le son du jeu? Dis-moi, n'hésite pas, hein, parce que c'est comme la vidéo est en replay, qu'il y a des gens qui ont suivi les 3 premiers épisodes, ils vont sûrement la regarder en replay, et si le son est pas génial...
So, have you found Mom yet?
Not yet.
You wouldn't believe how many cameras they've got around here.
It's nice that you're concerned about Mom, but couldn't you come down here yourself?
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm probably in enough trouble with the authorities already.
No, I think it's better for everyone if I stay here in my garage with my televisions and cameras.
Dad, those Citizen Plus watches are gonna turn everyone in Hill Valley into robots, starting with Citizen Brown.
I always suspected digital watches were evil.
It's not the watches, Dad, it's Edna. She's completely lost it.
Citizen Edna's crazy? Oh, that's not good. Although it would explain a lot.
Bon, si c'est audible, c'est le principal. Hein. Je te remercie pour le retour.
I tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
What?
I may have it on tape.
Zoom, enhance, zoom, enhance. Ha!
What?
The camera was high enough to see over his shoulder.
Nice work, Dad.
The combination is 2 left, 8 right, 18 left, 32 right.
All right.
Hey, your guitar! I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Donc maintenant on a récupéré la guitare et nos affaires, donc normalement dans l'inventaire, voilà, on a récupéré la guitare et la photo de notre père ainsi que le journal de 1986. On va aller regarder par la fenêtre pour se rendre compte qu'il y a Jennifer.
Jen? Hey, Jennifer! I gotta get her attention.
Et pour cela, on va utiliser la guitare sur l'interphone.
Playing my guitar over the speaker is gonna attract a lot of attention. I should wait until I've got the right audience.
Donc c'était pas ça. Ah oui, il faut reparler avec papa d'abord.
How can I help, son?
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta. Got it.
You're all patched in, son. Jennifer.
Martin, is that you? Where are you?
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound... strange.
I used to be strange, Martin. But thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment, I'm well on my way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
Citizen Plus. Oh no, Jen, not you too. Why is your door open?
Now that I'm finished with my Citizen Plus treatment, I'm free to go whenever I want. I'm just waiting for the nice guard to escort me out.
Hey, on your way out, do you think you could help me break out of here?
Oh, I couldn't do that, Martin. It's against the rules.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some kind of digital watch when you were done with all that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats. How'd you wind up in the Citizen Plus program anyway?
My dad signed me up, and it's a good thing, too. I was completely out of control.
I kinda liked it. Jen, this whole Citizen Plus thing is a scam. Edna's using it to take control of everyone in Hill Valley, including her husband.
You know, Citizen Edna told me you were having paranoid delusions, but I had no idea.
Juste un instant, je recharge ma cigarette électronique. Voilà.
So, what was your Citizen Plus treatment like anyway?
Well, that's weird. I don't really remember. Must be a side effect of the treatments.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some kind of digital watch when you were done with all that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats. Jen, snap out of it. This isn't the real you. I mean, it's kind of like the real you, but not like the real you in this timeline.
Wow, that's...
I know, it sounds crazy.
I'd never call you crazy, Martin. You're just sick. I should know, I used to be sick too. But now, I never want to spray paint a Buick or listen to rock music ever again.
Bon, apparemment elle veut pas
Would
nous
you
écouter.
hang around for a few minutes? It's nice to have someone to talk to.
I'll be here until the guard comes for me. Then I'll really have to tell him about how you're hijacking the cameras.
Oh, come on, don't be a narc.
I'm not a narc. I'm a good citizen.
Donc elle a été transformée en zombie. Cette fois-ci, on utilise la guitare sur le haut-parleur pour essayer de lui faire revenir.
Okay, Jen, here's a little
à ses
something I
esprits.
think you're gonna like. At least, I hope you still do.
Martin?
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Martin? What are you doing?
What's going on here?
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is this. No
Bien
one
joué,
scrambles
Jen.
my brain. You hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
Jen?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, Jen.
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here. Calvin Klein underwear? Really?
There. How do I look?
Little short for a stormtrooper, but it'll have to do. Come on!
Le petit clin d'œil au film avec les sous-vêtements Calvin Klein. Allez, sortons d'ici.
Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker,
What the?
Yeah.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
Okay then. But first...
Donc je sais pas si t'as regardé les
What was
films,
that for?
Yondaim, mais
For saving me, dummy. Let's go, officer.
en gros, ça
No,
c'est
I'm
la
probably
Jennifer
gonna have
qui
to write
est
you up for a PDA
la
violation.
petite amie
Bite me.
de Marty McFly dans le film, et on voit qu'elle a bien
Rock'n'roll.
changé dans ce monde. Donc maintenant il va falloir sauver l'autre pauvre Doc qui est là tout en bas, en train d'être zombifié. Pour ça on va
Hey.
aller parler aux gardes.
Busy.
Bon, il veut pas qu'on parle.
Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
No, no.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be pretty persuasive.
No.
T'as pas vu le 3? Bah, c'est l'histoire de ce jeu en fait fait directement suite. Donc ça c'était la porte de Jennifer. Elle fait directement suite à Retour vers le futur 3 justement. Donc là on va essayer de trouver la porte de Tannen. Donc la première chose à faire c'est prendre le journal et le glisser sous la fente de la porte. Voilà, ensuite on utilise l'interphone et on va aller
Wow,
narguer
they
Biff
really got this
Tannen.
door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got in here. Ah! I should have known. Hi, Biff. Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway. You want out of here, big guy? Guess they don't work. Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is?
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo! The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
Voilà pourquoi on avait placé le journal. On va
I'd
récupérer le
never get my
journal.
hand under there. Oh, Biff spit.
Donc on a récupéré le journal et la pilule de Biff. Et donc on va utiliser la pilule.
Hey, is
Dans
that
le
a
soda.
public display of affection over there?
What?
Sorry, it was just a shadow.
Stop goofing around and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Voilà
Jeez,
comment on
what
se
have you been feeding
débarrasse
Biff? Horse
du
tranquilizers?
garde.
Who, me? I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
I'm
Donc on s'est débarrassé du garde. Et maintenant, on va utiliser la console.
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
Alors, on a un fader olfactif, un fader optique, un fader de volume, un fader tactile. Donc on va le faire à la souris, c'est plus pratique. Le fader optique, le fader de volume, le fader tactile, le fader gastrosenseur et le fader olfactif. Donc on va commencer par utiliser le fader optique. Donc c'est en train de rendre fou le pauvre Doc. Donc on va l'enlever. On va utiliser le fader tactile. Comme tu le vois, ça l'attaque beaucoup. On va lui donner un bon courju. Le gastrosenseur, c'est pareil, faut pas l'utiliser.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful.
Je suis pas sûr d'avoir fait dans le bon sens.
I'm sorry about the delay, dear.
Ouais.
This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more hours.
And
Alors.
please, think about the consequences of your action.
It's jammed.
Alors il est lock. Ok. On va mettre le fader optique à fond. Et le fader de volume.
Finally, a word I can understand.
Là, comme on voit, le souffle des enceintes fait un peu bouger les choses.
That moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door.
Where's Martin?
Don't worry,
Donc,
dear.
eux sont
After
toujours
we're
en bas,
done
on va en
repairing your
profiter.
damaged mind, we'll fix young Mr. McFly, too.
Pour aller faire un tour là où ils étaient.
Check. Sibilance. Sibilance.
What was that?
Et on va utiliser notre guitare. Sur le micro.
Hey, Doc, let's get ready to blow this joint.
What was that? You! What are you doing?
Get my friend out of here, you nutcase.
Je pense qu'il espérait autre chose.
Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected. Whoa.
Comme tu le vois, hein, c'est vraiment basé plus sur les énigmes. Hein. Goodbye.
Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome.
Damn you, slackers!
This is an Omega-1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh. Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Là, on va avoir un nouveau petit clin d'œil au film.
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess. Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Donc là, bah, c'est un clin d'œil au Retour vers le futur 3, donc tu peux pas le comprendre. Par contre, là, tu vas comprendre le clin d'œil. Voilà.
Alright, Dad.
Ça, c'est du Retour vers le futur 1.
No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Papa et maman se sont réconciliés,
Mom,
mais vont quand même
Dad,
être arrêtés.
no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great! Let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
C'est ça.
Good
Ça
luck,
fait
Your
toujours
Honor.
plaisir de mettre une pêche à Biff. Hein.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
Donc là, on est censé attendre que Doc... Un petit bug d'utilisation de la manette. Ah,
He's not coming back, you know.
ok.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous! Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too.
La petite référence à la gamelle de Einstein, le chien, dans le début de Retour vers le futur 1.
You're not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Revoilà Doc. Profitez pour mettre un oreiller derrière moi pour être mieux calé. Ah, c'est mieux.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this
Encore un
moment.
petit clin d'œil avec les Libyens.
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust port, dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Fine, leave.
Bonne nuit Nico, merci d'être passé, c'est gentil.
I run this town.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Et nous revoilà partis pour les grandes aventures en 1931.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Ugh, luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the handhold. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Very cool.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
That's what caused the whole problem, remember? We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
Nom de Zeus.
Town Square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to... Go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It can cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
On va aller parler avec le jeune Doc.
Sonny! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine!
Yeah, well, we make a lot of mistakes when we're not seeing straight. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But...
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
You'll figure it out, Emmett. You only need a bolt of inspiration, that's all. Maybe if you went to a...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here. What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Crockett.
Ah, là, on a un tout petit
October
problème.
12th. Doc?
Il y a un tout petit problème, on n'est pas du tout à la date prévue. On devait arriver juste le jour où on est parti en fait. Et là on se rend compte qu'on est le jour de l'inauguration. Du salon des exposants et ben c'est pas du tout ce qui était prévu au programme.
It is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna? Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Oh!
I'll talk to her. You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not? Good luck!
Disons que l'ancien doc est en train... Enfin, l'ancien doc. Le doc modifié de 86 a l'air de s'amuser. On va aller faire un petit tour avant de parler à Edna pour voir si on peut anticiper certaines choses. La première
Doc's
vue.
right. If we want to break Edna and Emmett up, we better approach it from Edna's side of the relationship.
On va être obligé de faire les choses dans l'ordre, donc on va aller discuter avec la psychopathe. Petite dédicace à Blondie, je sais qu'Edna est sa préférée.
Spell it
R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Crockett! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Yeah, just now, in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Crockett, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Ahem. You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Crockett. You know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important...
Yes?
Well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain, I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Désolé si je parle pas beaucoup, mais je suis l'histoire au fur et à mesure, même si je la connais déjà, et puis en plus il y a personne sur le chat, donc c'est un peu compliqué de se faire la conversation tout seul. Et là pour le coup ça n'est que du dialogue, donc je laisse juste profiter aux gens qui le regarderaient en replay des dialogues.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, you know, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
On essaye de la dissuader d'être amoureuse d'Emmett, mais à mon avis, ça ne sert pas à grand chose. On va quand même aller au bout, hein, mais...
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Ok, le petit clin d'œil.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Si tu savais, c'est ton frère. Petit clin d'œil au film, encore une fois. Elle vient de traiter son frère de crétin, c'est assez drôle. Hein.
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Crockett.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Revoilà Trixie.
Hey, Audie. You seen my Orioli?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Notre pauvre grand-père qui n'en peut plus. On va aller voir Trixie, justement, qui normalement est là quelque part. Voilà.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Audie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here. So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests, and on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Audie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's gotta resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah.
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni, Muse of Progress.
So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell! The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing, it's just, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm? Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
Oh là 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 là. Elle est blonde. Bon, on va arrêter de
From
discuter
this
avec elle.
chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Comme vous l'avez compris, l'idée c'est d'arriver à la convaincre de rendre Edna jalouse. Seulement, cette manière-là, on va pas y arriver, et donc on va utiliser une vieille connaissance.
It's not as nice as my truck back in 86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in 86.
Il me semblait qu'il était là, mais non. Alors, faut peut-être retourner voir Doc d'abord, ou Edna, je ne sais plus. Je crois que c'est Edna.
Back again, Mr. Crockett? What can I help you with?
I was thinking. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I'm afraid I can't, until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
Comme vous le voyez, on essaie de monter Edna et Trixie l'une contre l'autre. Et là, l'idée, c'est de fournir à Edna une bonne raison de faire virer Trixie pour que Trixie soit en colère contre Edna et accepte de nous aider. Et pour ça, on va aller voir notre ami Q-Ball, que vous reconnaissez peut-être, qui était dans l'épisode 2, et même dans le 1 d'ailleurs, le barman le pianiste de Trixie. Et il va peut-être pouvoir nous aider.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of Kid's gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that'd curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, good. He's back.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal. That's what I'm trying to do.
Donc on a récupéré les petits gâteaux aux algues, on a la photo carte postale de Trixie qui va nous aider, la liste des points forts d'Emmett. Donc on va prendre la carte postale et on va aller parler à Edna.
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly!
Mr. McFly!
It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie? Oh, no, no, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill Valley...
I don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Artie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Hey,
Take it back. Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Let's talk.
Ok, je crois qu'on a gagné ce qu'on voulait. Avant d'aller parler à Trixie, on va parler à
Ah,
Tavok.
good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
Oh, with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Ça, si c'est pas du démarrage éclair.
It worked! Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Oui, ta gueule,
Looks
toi.
like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Avant d'aller au labo d'Emmet, on va reparler.
Not till I finish running these tests. Perhaps an electric commuter train.
This is 1931, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something.
Ok. Donc là, il faut attendre que la lumière devienne verte. Avant, on va aller parler à Trixie. Et ensuite, on ira voir le jeune Doc, celui de 1931. Commençons par la belle Trixie.
Trixie?
I'll do it! I'll make that blue-nosed bitty-eater heart out!
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But we
up...
gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlor-Maid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Ok, donc elle veut une fourrure. Et elle veut un diamant. Donc pour ça, on va commencer.
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware.
Nice
Hal's
rock.
Hardware, serving our
can't
fair
reach it.
city since 1895. The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Of course, 50 years into the future, as we get more better hardware could this be our venerable town square? Yes, artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crew.
Voilà, on a
My
récupéré un
future wouldn't be
skateboard.
built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Crockett. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut-tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interests. You see,
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Donc on a récupéré un skateboard, on va aller récupérer le diamant qui est tombé quelque part là-bas. À moins qu'on l'ait déjà. Non, on l'a pas. Alors, où est tombé ce fameux diamant? Ça, c'est pas génial, je viens de faire un tour complet, je n'ai strictement rien vu. Ah, il est là en fait.
Just borrowing it.
Donc voilà pour le diamant. Maintenant, il nous faut... En fait, il faut attendre que ce stand-là soit ouvert. Il ne l'est pas encore, donc...
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Voilà à quoi nous servait de récupérer le skateboard. On va aller voir Emmett.
Emmett?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Donc on va le laisser bidouiller. Je vous rappelle qu'il va nous falloir 2 choses. Il nous faut toujours la fourrure et l'album photo. Mais avant ça, on va s'occuper d'un dernier détail.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout? Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Alors comme vous voyez là-bas au fond, ici, vous avez la carte de Tannen, de Kid Tannen, et celle de Emmett juste en dessous, et le but c'est d'aller remplacer la carte d'Emmett par une autre. Et donc, on va s'amuser un peu. Vu qu'il a le casque sur la tête, on va s'amuser un peu. Donc là, c'est une photo d'Edna. Donc, vu qu'il voit pas la photo, forcément, il est en jaune, donc en neutre. Et donc, l'idée, c'est de faire complètement l'inverse de ce que lui penserait pour en faire un psychopathe. Donc, vu qu'il aime Edna, normalement, là, s'il regardait la photo, ça passerait en vert. Nous, il faut qu'on le fasse passer en rouge, donc faire quelque chose qu'il n'aime pas. Et pour ça, on va utiliser le générateur. Hop, ça passe en rouge. Et donc on va passer à la photo suivante. Donc là, ça enregistrait. Donc on est en neutre. Donc lui, je ne sais pas qui c'est, mais ça doit être quelqu'un de gentil, je suppose. Donc on va le faire passer également. John Wildgoose, ouais, admettons que ce soit quelqu'un de gentil, donc il devrait être en vert, on va le faire passer aussi en rouge. On passe à la diapo suivante. Lui c'est pareil, c'est un représentant de l'ordre. Donc c'est l'agent Parker, hein, il est censé normalement l'aimer. Vu qu'on veut l'inverse. On passe à la diapo suivante.
Emmett's invention makes him out to be a model citizen, huh? Well, we'll just see about that.
C'est la photo d'un talent, donc il est censé ne pas l'aimer. On va lui faire aimer en lui mettant de la musique qu'il aime bien.
Ah, that's the stuff.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
Alors le problème c'est que la musique tourne toujours, donc forcément il va l'aimer. Un enfant a l'air innocent, forcément il faut l'inverse. On va couper la musique.
No, don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
Donc on va attendre que la musique s'arrête.
Don't touch that.
I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent.
Ouais, c'est un peu relou, mais il faut attendre la fin. Il y a aussi des marmites qui donnent des bonnes odeurs ou des mauvaises odeurs tout autour. Mais pareil, en fait, le problème c'est que l'odeur reste dans la pièce et du coup c'est assez dérangeant. Donc on va tenter autrement. Pour le faire passer dans le rouge, on va lui mettre 2 coups de générateur. Le premier va le faire passer dans le jaune. Et le deuxième va lui faire passer dans le rouge. On passe à la diapo suivante. Forcément, la musique tourne toujours. On va repasser en vert.
Once the expo's over, I'll need to upgrade the mental alignment test to account for stray sensory stimuli.
C'est une photo de Trixie. Du coup, comme il est en vert, c'est parfait. Hop, nous voilà avec une nouvelle carte d'Emmett Brown qu'on va aller tester tout de suite.
That's almost bad enough. I just need one more wrong answer to drive Emmett's mind map all the way down at Kid Tannen's level.
Malheureusement, je me suis loupé quelque part. Ah, donc... On relance le test. En essayant de ne pas se planter cette fois-ci. Donc Trixie, il ne faut pas qu'il l'aime. Voilà, il est dans le rouge. Ça, c'était sûr. Lui, je suis pas sûr en fait. Dans le doute, on va inverser la réponse par rapport à tout à l'heure.
Oh. Don't touch that.
Bon, comme tout à l'heure, il veut pas que je change, donc pour tous les trucs négatifs, il va falloir le faire 2 fois, ça va être relou.
How can I get Emmett to have reactions that are the opposite of those expected of a model citizen?
Il va passer dans le jaune. Il va passer dans le rouge. Lui c'est un Tannen, il faut qu'il l'aime, ça devrait passer automatiquement. I don't care. Alors pareil, 2 coups d'électricité. Voilà, il aime pas les enfants malheureux. Là, il faut lui dire qu'il aime bien Trixie, ça va le faire automatiquement. Alors, espérons que cette fois-ci ce soit bon.
Hey Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Il y a des chances que ce soit bon, s'ils me font griller la machine. Voilà, dégénéré
Bingo!
criminel.
Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Donc on va essayer d'échanger les deux cartes.
Okay, Emmett, get ready to meet the new you.
Hey!
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Alors...
Hey, Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
Ah non, c'est pas
I
ce que
thought
je voulais
Edna sent you to
faire.
make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Quel con, on va faire y retourner. Bon, on y retourne.
How's it hanging, Emmett?
No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
Alors, il reste un truc à trouver. Donc là, c'est le générateur.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Donc là, on va faire l'enfoiros. Et on va lui dégueulasser son joli costume.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Donc on vient de comprendre en fait que son composé...
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
Le composé qu'il utilise pour nettoyer son costume, en fait, il ne peut pas le vendre parce qu'à partir de 12 heures, dès que le produit est un peu trop vieux, automatiquement il se dégrade et il flingue les vêtements. Donc il faudrait qu'on arrive à en récupérer et le vieillir de 12 heures, sauf qu'on n'a pas vraiment 12 heures. Donc vous avez une petite idée de ce qu'on va faire. On va utiliser ce produit, le mettre dans la machine à voyager dans le temps et le vieillir de cette façon-là.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the weeks since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Are you sure Edna's the right woman for you?
What do you mean?
Don't you think she's a little controlling?
Controlling? Edna? No. She's just giving me a little much-needed guidance. Before I met her, I was such a flibberty-gibbet, always getting distracted by the slightest stray idea. But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front of me, like a narrow-band stream of stimulated photon emissions. Focused!
Isn't she a little cold?
Don't let the school marm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. Know what I mean?
Kind of wish I
Ouais,
did.
malheureusement. Ouais.
I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
You do?
Like all independent women, she's a danger to the patriarchal status quo. That's one of the things I love about her. She shakes things up.
You have no idea. I just think you should be careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
Hey, what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Anyway. Did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it, you're busy. I still don't think Edna's right for you.
Oh? And who is she right for? You?
Me? No way.
Relax. I'm just yanking your tibia.
Could you tell me how this mental alignment meter works again?
Of course. Now, pay attention. Subjects put on the mind mapping helmet, which I activate with this radio switch.
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Right.
Once a mind map is completed, it can be inserted into the mental alignment meter to pronounce judgment on the subject's mental state.
Okay, I think I got it. How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever. What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
Alors, on va retourner voir Doc.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Donc avant de partir, il nous manque un truc, sauf que le problème c'est que le tableau n'apparaît plus. Et que je ne sais pas du tout. Peut-être là-dessus. Ah oui, voilà.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Alors où c'est qu'il a posé ça?
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Voilà, on a récupéré l'album photo et on a le nettoyant. On passe à l'étape suivante.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Nope, no green light yet.
Alors, elle n'est pas encore verte, par contre, le stand historique de Hill Valley est ouvert. On va pouvoir récupérer, si je dis pas de bêtises. Mais alors, il est passé où Ah.
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. They're stuck tight in this tar.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into insignificance when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizard. And if you find here,
on s'en fout un peu.
Is
They're stuck tight in this tar.
Ok.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Flynn Damon.
Well, it would...
Oh. You got all the...
Not all of them.
Good.
On passe au dialogue.
Hi, Trix.
Ah non!
Oh. You got all...
Not all...
Good.
On va passer par l'autre côté parce que ça va me fatiguer.
Hey, Doc. I mean, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That's what your younger self said.
Ah, je me souviens. En fait, il faut aller dans la DeLorean et cacher le spray en priorité. Voilà.
It'll be safe in there. Nope, no green light yet.
Le problème, c'est que si ça passe pas en vert, je ne sais plus du tout ce qu'il faut faire. Ah si. En fait, pour le faire passer en vert, il y a une petite astuce. On retourne.
I'm back.
And I'm busy. Make yourself at home, though.
Au studio et on repart. Normalement, à notre tour, la lumière, bon, apparemment, elle est toujours rouge, ça fait pas rêver. Qui doit me manquer un élément et je ne sais plus du tout quoi.
Nope, no green light yet.
Ah là 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 là. Je ne sais plus du tout.
I wonder how Doc's doing with the DeLorean.
Qu'est-ce qu'il vient de me dire? Ah, en fait non, c'est pas du tout ça d'abord. Ok. On recommence en moins crispé, j'ai bien fait de regarder l'indice. On prend le spray nettoyant. Je croyais qu'il fallait
Emmett's
d'abord le
formula,
vieillir, mais non, pas
still
du
as
tout.
good as new. Never know when I might need to get some sticky substances out of some clothes.
Voilà. Et donc là, on prend le spray. Et on va aller récupérer la fourrure, ce qui nous permettra d'avoir les 3 trucs pour Trixie. Et ensuite seulement on s'occupera de vieillir le spray. Je l'avais déjà, je sais pas pourquoi.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, or the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Voilà. On a la fourrure, on a l'album photo, on a le diamant.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but, they'll work. How about the diamond in the photo album?
I'll get them to you.
Voilà, au lieu de les donner tout d'un coup, on est obligé de les passer un par un, c'est assez gonflant.
Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it. Now bring me that photo album and we'll be in business.
Je croyais pas qu'il aurait pu lui filer tout d'un coup.
I brought Emmett's photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long he won't.
Great.
Alors, on va s'occuper maintenant du flacon dans la DeLorean.
The light's green. That means
Eh ben
Doc
voilà.
can take the DeLorean out again.
On va prévenir Doc qui peut faire un nouveau test. Where you go?
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear. Yes?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Donc il fait un nouveau test, ça va vieillir le flacon, on va savoir de combien.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
9h37 minutes, ça ne suffit pas.
Frankly, it's starting to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
Ok, donc la DeLorean n'est pas réparée et en plus la lumière est redevenue rouge et le flacon n'a pas assez vieilli. Donc là, on utilise la petite feinte de retourner voir Doc.
How's it going in here?
Great! I'm almost ready to go.
Je crois qu'on n'a plus rien à récupérer si je dis pas de bêtises. On a là le ragoût.
Phew.
Ugh, did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Well, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Donc ça c'était une autre manière de le faire passer dans le rouge. Hein.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of before the X.
Why?
On va passer le dialogue parce qu'il me sert à rien. Je crois que j'ai plus rien à récupérer ici. Je dis pas de bêtises, on va vérifier. Donc là on a l'aquarium, le linéosphère. Sur la table, il y a là-bas, il y a la sortie, l'interrupteur, le bouton. Alors on y retourne. Normalement la lumière va repasser en vert.
Hey, the light's green. I wonder how Doc's doing with the DeLorean.
Donc on va reparler à Doc.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
Not at all, Mr. Sagan. Take your time.
Much obliged, Miss Strickland. Yes?
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great!
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm storing it, you can... Uh-oh. Where'd Edna go?
The lab!
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Age to perfection.
Alors, on approche de la fin.
Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
On s'est débarrassé de ça.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash.
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Marty!
Doc!
Vous remarquerez que Marty est un as du skateboard, il arrive même à le faire rouler sur l'herbe.
What time is it?
It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got the time circuits fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and...
Oula.
In the timeline you're from...
The right timeline?
Yes. I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. And a bitchin' time train, and...
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Oh, well, Edna ends up...
On va lui dire la vérité parce que ça sert à rien de mentir et puis c'est pas beau.
To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see. Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you. Doc, she tried to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible, no argument. Horrible. Oh, but she started out with such pure intentions.
So did Nero. I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we can find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes?
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Wait, where are you going?
Ça sent pas bon cette affaire.
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Ok. Ça sent pas bon du tout.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
Yo, hello, Sonny. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know? No telling how Edna's gonna react.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
Emmett Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs, and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch!
too! I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card. I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah, maybe too great. Emmett! Emmett! I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
The story is over.